Spacey Sims, and we are here with an info update. Well, it's basically a poll video for the next games that we're going to play. And I just want to preface this right now to say I have had something to drink, and I'm also ragingly pissed off right now because I just spent like 40 minutes recording this and putting things in and working on this update video. And Adobe just crashed on me and didn't save anything. So I'm like, really? I went through all of this already, reading all the game cases, going through all the updates, everything for it to just shut itself off. Oh my god, I'm so mad. I am so mad. I'm so mad. Anyway, I've also been drinking. So it makes me even more mad. And I'm literally going to throw something at Adobe for doing this to me. Anyway, point of this is well, I'm trying to get this up on August 1st if Adobe stops being a cunt. And I am ahead in recording because there's going to be a point in August, just a little info, where I might not be able to record stuff for a while. So I'm trying to record in advance. We know that I record at least a week in advance. I'm trying to make sure I'm recording way, way, way in advance so that things aren't impacted. Sims will be impacted, not our Romancy Otome games, because Lord knows if something's going to slip through the cracks, it's going to be The Sims. Sorry to anyone who watches The Sims stuff. But anyway, what I should have said before, and what I said the first time, but Adobe sucks, is if you don't watch the Romancy Otome games on the channel, this video isn't for you, and you don't need to be here, and you don't need to waste your time, and you can go run off and play and have fun. If you watch the Romancy Otome games, this is for you! If you want to have a say in what we play next. If you don't want to have a say in what we play next and you don't care, then you don't have to watch this if you don't want to. But if you want to say, this is for you, you need to be here because your votes go below. Anyway, so as you know in the last video, for those of you who were around who watched that and who voted, or who just watched it and didn't vote, what we're going to do is going to go through the games that I have, and you guys are going to leave your votes down below on what you want to see next. So I'm going to make this probably quicker than it was the last time because I don't really want to sit here for another half an hour doing the same damn thing over and over because Lord, I hate repeating myself, and Adobe is just making me mad, and I'm literally going to flip my computer, or we're never going to get this video because this is the last attempt I'm doing. Anyway, so as you know, right now we are playing Code Realize, Future Blessings, we're playing Nameless, and we're playing Bad Apple Wars. Based on my innumerable calculations, I've spent hours and days and years calculating and doing math and physics and engineering to figure out the estimated dates that these are going to wrap up. Obviously not, I'm just guesstimating here. These are probably all going to wrap up on or before the end of the month, unless something weird happens. But based on routes and my calculations and how things have kind of played out so far, I've done a little guesswork and guessing they're all going to wrap up before the end of the month. On or before. So anyway, I want to get this out there for you guys to vote on because I am ahead. And like I said, there's going to be a point in August where I can't record for a week, week and a half, 2 weeks maybe even. I don't even know. Not sure yet. But I want to make sure that if I'm recording ahead and for some reason something ends, we're not out there for like forever waiting. I can start recording the next game. That's why this is going up a couple weeks in advance. So you will hear me talking some of the other games, saying like, oh, I might put up a video for you guys on the vote. Well, it's already up because past me is not as on the ball as present me, who is way ahead of future me. Future me is, I don't know. She's probably playing all these games already. Who knows what she's doing? She's crazy. Anyway, based on the games that we updated in the prior video, obviously the top rated were Bad Apple Wars and Nameless because we're playing those. You guys, I bet you didn't know that. You knew that already because you guys are psychic. Anyway, the next highest rated game was Hakuoki, which we will be doing after Code Realize Future Blessings. That was kind of already the intent. We were already going to do that. I'm still not planning on changing that unless for some reason you guys vote down below like, please God, don't play that game. No, no, no. If you want to see Hakuoki, feel free to tell me that you're excited about seeing it. But otherwise, that's pretty much what we're going to do. Again, like I said, unless we get 500 people Screaming, no. I'm just going to guess that you guys are okay with it because that was always the plan. It's been the plan, and it's probably still going to be the plan. So we're going to go with that. What this is really for is for the 2 games that are going to replace Bad Apple Wars and Nameless. So after Hakuoki, the next highest rated game was Cinderella Phenomenon, and I'm going to go to Steam now, and I'm going to bring up the Cinderella Phenomenon page. You'd think I would be way better at this right now. Now my thing's all messed up and I can't figure out where we are. Anyway, so that was the next highest rated in the last video. I am not going to count the votes from the last video unless there is a huge tie. Like if there's like a 4-way tie, I'm going to throw in the votes from the last video. So that's why we're going to go through the ones that were top rated from the last poll so that we have these here. Vote for what you want to see. If you want to see Cinderella Phenomenon, make sure you leave it in this video. Don't rely on what you posted in the last video. Because again, not counting that unless for some reason we have a 3-way tie, Cinderella Phenomenon and 2 other games, then we'll count what we had in the last poll. So, this is important. There you go. Votes down below. Cinderella Phenomenon. 4 years after the end of the Great War and the loss of her mother, Crown Princess Spacey is still struggling to come to terms with her new life and stepfamily. Cold-hearted and bitter, Spacey's life is once again turned upside down by the fairy tale curse. She's thrown into battle to regain her crown in a fractured kingdom where nothing is as it seems. And you obviously know, if you've watched us play any games, why I scream Spacey, because we put our name in capital letters and everything. And if we can change her name, it's going to be Spacey. Otherwise, it's Crown Princess Lucette. That's not as fun as Spacey. Anyway, the only time we don't call them Spacey is in Aeon Dream Studio ones. Side note, To the Edge of the Sky, we will, obviously, when there are updates, we'll be playing that off and on. So, same process for that one. Nothing's changed. Also, totally forgot, because again, I've had to record this video this is like the 40th time. So, it's way more disjointed than it was the first 3 times I did it. We have a 12.5 video for To the Edge of the Sky coming out sometime this month. I recorded it right after I recorded Chapter 2 because, as you know, I recorded Chapter 2 the day it came out, but it didn't post for like a week because we had recorded other stuff into RIM because I was waiting for updates and I didn't think there was going to be updates. And I was like, I want to make sure you have videos. So I recorded other stuff and then I was like, and now we have an update. Anyway, that's the story. You know it. You were there. Anyway. So no sooner did I record it and everything, like 2 days later, I'm on Twitter and I see, Aeon Dream Studios asking like, hey, did you resist the call of the siren? And I was like, why would I want to do that? That's just crazy. I did on purpose. And then someone's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they were talking about a hidden scene. And I was like, wait, what now? Yes. So anyway, there was a hidden scene. There's a whole bunch of shit that we missed because we didn't resist. And I don't know why. And I say this in the video. I'm like, why didn't we just go back and choose the other option? Because this is what we do in every other game. Like, what the hell was I thinking? I don't know. Anyway, so that video is going to go up eventually. I've had it for a while. I finally processed it. I don't know when it's going up. I'll figure it out. You'll see when it goes up. It's like an hour and a half worth of us just playing random shit. So, all the hidden scenes that we missed and just some other random, like, hey, let's just answer all these other things and go through here. I didn't do every other option in the game, but there were a couple of points where I was like, why don't we just do this? And then all that hidden stuff. So that's all there. It's also kind of left up for you guys if you want me to do random videos in between, like with To the Edge of the Sky. Like if I got time and I just want to do it, like go back through and answer all the other questions. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's coming. Look for that some point in the sometime this month. Anyway, and updates when they come out. Back to the vote. The next highest rated was a tie between Seven Scarlet and Chaos Child. So let me get... Okay, guys. So temporary difficulties. So when I originally recorded this video, like the first time, not the 17th time, I found out that Chaos Child is technically like a second game. Well, it's not really a second game. It's like the 5th or 6th. I don't know. There's a lot of games in this series, but there was a prequel kind of to it. And I was reading about that while we were originally recording this. And I was like, oh, okay. Huh. I'll research if we have to play that first. You don't, because not even in English, so we couldn't play it even if we wanted to. But anyway, when Premiere crashed and I had to reload and re-record, I ended up reading for this the prequel game, and I was like, why does this not sound familiar? This doesn't sound. That's weird. Because I was reading the wrong game. So I'm overdubbing this part with the right information for Chaos Child. So the right information for Chaos Child is a player takes the role of Takuru, the president of the school's newspaper club who experiences delusions. At multiple points through the story, the player gets the option to choose if Takuru should experience a positive or negative delusion or neither. Those choices affect the plot's direction, causing it to branch off from the main narrative into different routes. So it has psycho suspense elements, adding to horror elements, blah, blah, blah. I think that's basically it. So it's split into multiple different story routes. During the first playthrough of the game, the player could only play the main narrative. And after you finish the game once, the other routes that branch off at different points become available. So each route focuses on one of the game's characters. So there's basically, I mean, standard kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the real description of Chaos Child. So, God, I shouldn't drink when I record this shits. By the way, yeah. I wasn't that drunk. I was reading the stuff and I'm like, why does this not sound familiar? And then I'm looking at it after the fact. I'm like, wait. Oh, shit. I recorded the wrong frickin' info. And then, like, you guys are going to hear about Chaos Head and not Chaos Child. And it's going to be wrong. Thank God I fixed it. But anyway. That's Chaos Child. So now that we have the right information, I'm going to let this go right back into the actual recording. The second time I did it. This is now the third time. Just this part. And we'll go through the rest of the videos, the rest of the games that I have. So I look forward to your votes and have fun with this hot mess of a video, like the third freaking time I have to do this. I swear. I'm blaming Adobe for it and not the liquor. I swear. Anyway, back into our normal stuff now. Anyway, next highest rated was 7 Scarlet. So here we go. 7 Scarlet. Illuminate the truth. A year ago, in a mysterious town shaped like a crescent moon, Spacey's older brother vanished without a trace. Today she returns determined to find answers. Her childhood friend Hino and the members of the cryptic Okunazada Supernatural Club offer their assistance in tracking down the town's legends, but only she can separate rumors from reality. So there you go. There's that. Now we're gonna. Those were the top rated games. So Cinderella Phenomenon, Chaos Child, 7 Scarlet were the top 3 rated after Bad Apple Wars and Nameless. Leave your votes below if you want to keep seeing those, or if you want to see one of these other ones that we're going to go through and read, because we still have all the other ones. So, Period Cube. This is the story of a young woman trapped in a fantasy world, a story of love and adventure. Searching for clues about your missing brother, of course, you and your childhood friend Hiroya begin playing an online RPG called Arcadia. You're suddenly enveloped in a flash of light and awakened to find yourself in a mysterious fantasy world. You discover you've been sent inside of a game and learn that the only way out is to complete it. In a deadly world on the verge of collapse, you become the Almighty, the key to clearing Arcadia and the secret weapon everyone is after. You and your companions undertake a perilous journey where love grows as the world falls apart. Sounds so amazing. Not gonna lie. Okay, all of these sound amazing. And then we have Steins Gate. Hold on, let me find it. Pardon me while I bring up the store page for Steins Gate. It's funny, I've had this one for a while, and yet now reading some of the other ones, this one sounds the least exciting to me. So, just saying. Time travel science fiction interactive visual novel follows a ragtag band of tech-savvy young students who discover the means of changing the past via mail using a modified microwave. Their experiments into how far they can go with their discovery begin to spiral out of control as they become entangled in a conspiracy surrounding CERN, the organization behind the Large Hadron Collider, and John Titor, who claims to be from a dystopian future. So interaction with the game takes place through the phone trigger system, where player can receive calls and text messages and decide whether to reply to them. Why do I say replay? Because I've been drinking. Reply to them or not, changing the outcome of the game. So there you go. That's Steins Gate. Next one on the list is Collar X Malice. All right, so let's try to read the tiny taunt again. The protagonist is a rookie cop working in Shinjuku, a city that has become unsafe after a series of violent crimes known as the X-Day incidents. While responding to a call late one night, she was ambushed, and upon awakening, she found that she'd been collared by an unknown person. Worse, the collar had a poison delivery mechanism that was capable of being activated remotely. As she's given a small oh dear Lord Spacey. As she's given a small dose of the poison, A few mysterious men arrive and save her. They claim that they're former police officers attempting to solve the X-Day incidents. Uncertain whether or not she can trust these men, not gonna matter. They're probably all shady bastards, but she's gonna fuck them anyway. What? Nothing, didn't say that. In their mysterious circumstances, she reluctantly agrees to work with them. She has unwittingly become the key to unlocking the mystery of these horrendous crimes, but who's in control of her life? And can Shinjuku ever be returned to its tranquil past? We had to read that dramatic because it's in red and italic. So, here you go. Yes, I did read it dramatically like that as well the first 400 times I recorded this. Okay. Anyway. And of course, we do have Nekojishi, which unfortunately I uninstalled from Steam and now it's gone. So, but that's the one where you're like the kid who doesn't want to work at his family's temple and he wants to go be a dancer, and then his little cat god follows him and comes to life, and he's like a tiger dude, and then all the other little cat gods, and then it's like a weird, furry game. I mean, we're romancing dolls right now, and we have games where we romance our pets, so, like, I just don't think it's that much of a stretch, okay, that we just romance cat gods. And it was free game on Steam, and it was weird, and I figured I'd play it and no one would know, but I actually really enjoyed it, and it's actually really good. And it's free on Steam, so you can play it if you want to. I recommend it. I do. Yeah, so that's that. Anyway, if you really want to know the backstory, you can look it up on Steam, or you can watch the prior video. You can see the little thumbnail here. I mean, hi, it's really not that far of a stretch. We have Dandelion where we're going to romance pets. We have freaking How to F a Boyfriend where we're going to romance birds. We're romancing dolls. And I do have a game where you romance monks. So, I mean, we're crossing all sorts of lines. And Spacey is going to lose her motherfucking mind. And this is why I don't get out much, because this one time I was romancing this monk, but it was weird. No, but not like, but it's totally different than the cat god that I was gay for, because that's what happens in that game. The Nekojishi, the romancing monks, is a total other game that I was going to throw in here, but I decided not to. But if you guys are really interested about romancing monks, nunks, the bird and I have been drinking wine again. I know I've said this, but I have to make sure I say it so that you guys know that it's alcohol's fault. It's not mine. If you want to romance monks, we totally have that one too. Anyway, the second to last one, we have a new game that I did not talk about the last time, so we don't have a thumbnail for it. But anyway, we do have one for this one. This one was the last one that we presented last time. Was in the last group. Wasn't necessarily the last one. Is Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly. Side note to this, there is a second game for Psychedelica. It's Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. I don't necessarily know that you have to play both of them, like one after the other. It might be different characters. It could be like Danganronpa, where it's like a similar theme, but it's different characters. But I just want to throw that out there because there's a possibility that after Black Butterfly, we play Ashen Hawk. So this could be another one of those. Play this one, and then we have a second game to play. Or we could legitimately play Ashen Hawk later. Just throwing that out there so you guys are aware, in case you don't want like a long thematic thing, or you're like, well, why don't we do Hakuoki? Then you could do the Psychedelica games, and then something. I don't know. It's up to you. You know what, guys? Just I trust your opinions because you guys are the ones who voted for Bad Apple Wars and Nameless, and those are fucking amazing games, and I'm really glad we played them. I trust you. I don't make decisions. That's what you guys are here for. Anyway. Follow the butterflies. Awakening in a mysterious mansion, her first frantic thoughts are, where am I? And more importantly, who am I? Because we always have a lost brother, apparently, or amnesia. I'm down with it. She encounters several young men in the same predicament, trapped and missing their memories. To survive, they must hunt black butterflies and claim kaleidoscope shards from the horrific monsters surrounding them. Will their path lead them to hope or despair? I swear to God, I'd blame the alcohol for not being able to read, but I just don't think I can read to begin with. And the last one, which we don't have a thumbnail for, is Psychopath's Mandatory Happiness, which literally doesn't tell you anything on the case. I noticed it the last time. I have to find the page in Steam, so I have to search for it. Pardon me while I search for this. Not sure why I didn't buy it on the Steam Summer Sale, and I bought it on Amazon because, spent what, $60 on the Hakuoki games forever ago, and they were like literally would have cost me less than $20 on the Steam Summer Sale. God, so disappointing. Anyway, I bought them a while ago, but Psychopaths, mandatory happiness. In the future, everyone's mental state and disposition can now be quantified. Everything from emotional tendencies to criminal behavior are recorded and utilized as guidelines to lead everyone to the good life, not only pursuing happiness, but attaining it. Needless to say, the public was excited to begin quantifying their everyday lives. The general term for this value, which determines the morality of an individual's heart and soul, is commonly known as the psychopaths. Again, I said this the first time I recorded this, which you guys didn't see, is that to me sounds really more like you have a past to be a motherfucking crazy person. But hey, what do I know? One component of this value is the crime coefficient, which is ultimately a number that represents an individual's potential to commit crime. In order to combat those who attempt to disrupt the status quo, detectives work in tandem to maintain peace and order, composed of enforcers and inspectors. The former, read enforcers, is tasked with apprehending suspects, while the latter, inspectors, oversees and commands their subordinate colleagues. After all, enforcers possess high crime coefficients. However, because of their criminal nature, they can better understand what makes other criminals tick, allowing them to sniff out suspects and arrest true perpetrators. But because of their criminal background, inspectors are needed to provide a calm and sound judgment to each case. Ultimately, all members of the MWPSB, don't fucking know what that stands for, have to walk a fine line maintaining their own mental health while facing the worst that society has to offer. With justice in their hearts, the detectives of Division 1 tackle each case, confronting humanity's ugly truths. But what lies ahead? And the game case literally just says, in a world where roles are filled by those who are capable, will there be a spot for you? Every choice dictates your fate. Victims can become criminals. Sybil is always watching. I'm going to assume Sybil is like fucking Hal here. And that's basically all it says. It's kind of funny that the game case, you're like, this tells me nothing about the game! And yet, I mean, it was in my Steam wish list, and so I bought it, and whatever. But anyway, so that's that. That one we don't have a thing for. That was a new added game. I have it for the PS4. That's that. So those are the games. Leave your thoughts below. Thoughts, opinions, votes, whatever. Like I said, not going to count the votes from the last time unless we have like a magic 3 or 4 18-way tie. I don't think we listed 18 games, but whatever. Somehow I don't have that could happen. You never know. And then we will kind of add those to the lineup. But again, I know this is super early. It's just I'm recording in a way ahead, and by the time I want to give you guys time to vote, think about it, leave lots of feedback. I want everyone to be able to see this because I know everybody doesn't watch things the second they go up. Some people watch them right away. Some people watch it a week later. Whatever. It gives everybody time to get thoughts, feedback, everything in there because in the next couple of weeks, I will probably actually start recording some of these games. That's why I want to do it early. Again, I'm really far in advance just because there will be a point in August where I may not be able to record for over a week. So we'll see how that goes. It's probably going to drive me bananaramas because holy crap, I do this for funsies, and I need it after work because work sucks. But anyway. So yeah. Thoughts down below. Woohoo! And I will see you guys in all of our other games. Remember to give this one a big thumbs up and a big glass of wine. And subscribe to see more.